So hey, what's up guys? So we're at the lake fishing today. We're doing some crappie fishing today. Have you ever wondered what is the best day to go fishing? You ever ask yourself that question? And I'm going to go over a couple of things that I do each and every time before I go to the lake. I kind of pick my days, or I pick my times when I'm actually at the lake. And I think personally that enhances and makes sure that I actually catch some fish. Now, we all know that fish don't bite all the time, just a known fact. Sometimes you come to the lake, fish are lethargic, maybe a low pressure came through, they're just not biting, water temperature's up. But I think if you do these couple of things, it'll help you ensure that when you do come to the lake, that you know that the activity rate for fishing or for hunting, either one, I do this for both, fishing and hunting, that the activity rate will be higher, and so that makes your success rate a little higher. So one of the things that I do, so before I show you this, I'm going to show you this app, fishing and hunting app. I think it's $2.99 to upload the app. They also have some watches that give you, that predict animal activity is basically what it's doing. So what this app does, and I'll explain it to you before I see it. So as the earth spins, the moon traverses around the earth. So we'll use the four areas. We'll use it the 12 o'clock, the 6 o'clock, the 3 o'clock, and the 9 o'clock position. As the moon passes over the earth's axis, creates a strong gravitational pull. Now the earth has a gravitational pull, so does the moon. And as it passes at the 12 and the 6 o'clock, the 3 and the 9 o'clock position, it increases that gravitational pull, and that affects animal movement as well as fish movement, and they become more active. Now certain times of the month, they are more active than other times. But in any given day, there are 4 activity periods. And I always like to make sure that I'm fishing during one of those peak activity levels. Let's take a look at this app real quick. You can see it is Saturday, and it says excellent right here. This says excellent. And you can see we're right on a movement period, which is right about 2 o'clock. Now you can see the activity level moves up and down throughout the day. So that tells me that the moon is either underfoot or overhead. It should be overhead since we're in the dark moon. Now, I'm going to go back a couple of days. Let's go forward. You can see on this app, it gives you the percentage of total activity rate. And as I go forward, you can see that it changes. So we changed, we're in next Thursday. Let's go back to Wednesday. The activity rate is actually poor. And you can see that the activity rate here is very low here on the bottom. So this would not be a day that I would pick. So let's go through the month really quickly. So here's a good day here. This is Friday, October 23rd. You can see we have a strong movement period, which is about 8 a.m. in the morning. That would be a good hunting morning, actually. Let's go on through the month. Now, as the weather gets colder, when we get on into November and December and we're crappie fishing, so here we should be somewhere end of October, and this probably is the full moon. You can see the activity rate is 91%. So you can see we probably have a movement period right in the middle of the day, which would be good. So as the weather cools off in the wintertime, this is what I like to do personally. You can do whatever you want to. So in the afternoons, the water will be warmest. So especially late October, November, into December, when the water cools off, many times as the sun gets high in the sky, those fish will move up trying to get some of that warmth. So I try to fish in the afternoon when it's cold on a high activity period. Now, those activity periods when the activity rate is high all day, anytime during the day is a good time to go fishing. But as a rule of thumb, if I have a small window, say if activity rate is just fair, I try to make sure, say I'm gonna pick an afternoon. I wanna go fishing one day between Monday and Friday. I'm gonna look at that calendar and I'm gonna pick a day to say maybe Wednesday is fair. It's getting dark at 6 o'clock. I've got a high rate of activity coming up about 4 o'clock. That's a good evening to go. Say the other evening maybe 3 or 2, I may be at work. That way I can pick the afternoons that I know the activity rate is at its highest. Now back to this, and another thing the app gives you is, this is October right here. You see October 2020. Now you can see all these little stars it gives you, and that's your activity rate for the month. So if I was aiming to plan a fishing trip, I'm going to try to plan a fishing trip if it's several days during a high rate of activity. Now we can't always do that. Now you can see right here we're on the 17th. It's been a high activity rate all week, and what that means, that it's a dark moon. Here at the end of the month, we'll be coming into the full moon activity rate. Now you can say, why is that significant? Well, here's the other key to put together for animal activity and movement. During the moon phases, there are 4 quarters to the moon. First quarter, second quarter being the full. Okay, we're back. Had a little GoPro problem. So during any given month, you have 4 quarters of the moon. First, second being the full moon. Third quarter, fourth quarter being the new moon or the dark moon. Now, anytime you're within 2 or 3 days of the peak of that movement period, a peak of that moon phase, day or 2 before, day or 2 after, is an excellent time to be fishing, because on those quarter moon changes, each time it changes, there is extra gravitational pull or extra influence on animal activity. Don't take my word for this. Now, what I want you to do is, if you like the app, download the app and you start fishing or hunting by the app, because I know some of you are going to say, hey, that's just BS. But I'm telling you, I've been doing this a long time, and it's really enhanced my fishing and hunting. And other people know about this, because I know when I go to work sometimes on those good fishing and hunting days, I see boats and I see people hunting. So other people are following this too. So there's a couple of other aspects that I want to add to this. I'm not going to do that in this particular video. I'll go over that a little later, because it gets pretty detailed and it gets pretty lengthy, and some people are going to miss it because they're not going to want to watch this entire video in its entirety. But this is good stuff, guys. This will help you out in the field. If you like what you've heard in this video, I'm going to do some follow-up videos about some other things to look for when you're actually out hunting and fishing that may help you. And that, if I went over all of it today, it would get very lengthy, but there's some other things to look for in nature about these moon phases and when the animal activity is the highest. And hey, if you want to see some more of that, just comment below that you'd like to see some further videos on this. Hey guys, I hope you've seen something in the video that you learned. I hope you've seen something in the video that you like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and click that notification bell. Each time I put out a video, you'll be notified, so you won't miss a Wildlife Adventures video. Hey guys, we appreciate you watching. Hey guys, you remember, it's a wildlife, and I'll see you on the water.